Peace, y'all. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? All right, we got 1 minute. I'm going live really quick to invite you to a free live Q&A session right now. It is on Zoom. It is free to join if you're on Facebook or YouTube. The link is in the comments. If you are on Instagram, you have to go to my profile page and go to my bio and click on the link in the bio, my link tree link, and it'll direct you to this free Q&A session going on Zoom. You got questions? We got answers. You're interested in the land space? This is a great time, excellent time to come and get some questions answered. So that is how we'll proceed with that. It is now 7:30, and we do like to be on time, so I'll leave this window open. Let me pin this comment. We're live on Zoom now at 7:30. If you'd like to be a part of it, it's a little more personal on Zoom. You'll be able to ask me live questions on Zoom. I'm going to head over there now. We're multitasking. I'm going to let that room in. I'm going to open it up. If you're heading over to the room, only rules to that room is your cameras have to be on. So, ladies, if your hair is not done, go slick it back or do whatever you feel that you have to do to make yourself presentable to have your camera on. All right. So I am on Zoom now. I just opened up that room. And as I stated, if you're headed over, I'll leave this live open for another 15 minutes just for people that may be joining right now. If you're interested in joining this live Q&A session, click the link that I dropped in the comment section if you're on YouTube or Facebook. If you are on Instagram, you must go through my bio, click the link in the bio, join over there. If you're joining, I'll see you over there. I'm going to head over there now. You may still see me speaking, but my focus will be on that Zoom call. Peace, everybody. How y'all feeling? You're going to unmute yourself. I can hear you. Unmute yourself and y'all have a conversation with me. And as the rules for this free live Q&A session, cameras must be on. If cameras are not on, then we'll remove you from the room. I don't like to do free events on my free time and talk to a blank screen. So please, if you don't mind, put your cameras on. It feels a lot more personal. All right, let's reset that. Let me say it one more time. Peace, everybody. How y'all feeling?
Hey, what's going on, man?
All right. I don't feel alone.
Good evening.
Well, thank you. Good evening.
All right. So I don't know what brought you here tonight, but we will have a good time. We'll talk about all things land. Now, let me just establish how this will work. When we have these things, as I mentioned, cameras must be on. I do understand that people have personal lives. So once I identified that these are real people on the call with us, if you have to step away and you want to, go off screen, that's fine. We're not saying it has to be on the length of the whole call or anything like that. It's just a lot of stuff that goes on these calls, and I like to at least see who it is. I prefer you to stay with me and keep your cameras on. I mean, because this is the closest way. It is social media, and this is the closest way that we can be social with one another. You don't know me personally. I don't know you personally, but this is the closest that we'll get in the internet world. That's fair, right?
Yep.
All right. I don't know what brought you here tonight. I'll give you a chance to ask whatever your questions are, but I will dive into a topic before we get to the Q&A session. And I do have a live going on. I'm multitasking right now, people. I have a live going on Instagram right now, and I have a live going on Facebook and YouTube. So let me just address them, let them know that I'm tuning off. If You're joining this live Q&A session. If you're on Instagram, you must use the link in the bio. If you are on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, use the link in the comment section to join this free live Q&A. Cameras must be on. All right. All right. So I don't know what many of you may know or may not know. iPhone, can you please just show yourself, whose ever iPhone is, whoever just jumped on the call? Please, sir or madam, please put your camera on for me. Okay, they jumped off. All right. I don't know what you may or may not know about the Acre Boys, so I'll give you a brief background. Acre Boys, clearly, we look alike, right? We look just alike, similar, and we all come from the same place is what I'm saying. It's all Black folks is what I'm saying that appears to be on the call. In our journeys, we stumbled across this wonderful world called land investing, just looking to change our lives, looking to change our circumstances, and we opted into someone's mentorship who taught us the world of tax deed investing. That's where we got our start at as tax deed investors. When I first heard about this industry, I had no clue what the industry was, never heard of it. Clearly, I've heard of people paying taxes on properties, and if they didn't pay that, they lost their properties for not paying the taxes. That's the gist of what I thought I knew, right? But it's much deeper than that. No one ever told me that you can participate in profit off of those same properties that go back to the auction or that they auction off. That I didn't know. That was the big aha moment, that you can make money, huge money, in large profits off of tax forfeited properties. Someone else's trash is another person's treasure. Why don't people pay their taxes? I don't know. But millions a year default on paying their taxes. And when we use the word property, that's across the board. We're talking about home sites and we're talking about land. So that covers both. People lose their homes every year to forfeited taxes. People lose their land every year. When I got taught the industry, we got taught to target land. Why? It's an easier asset to review. It's the easier asset to pick up from a virtual standpoint. We do this business virtually. We don't attend auctions, although we have the flexibility to attend a live auction if we wish. Through our years, we've discovered that certain live auctions, there's a few things that may happen at a live auction. One, it could be very competitive, but we don't know. Only time that I really recommend that you participate at an in-person auction if you're from the area, right? If you're from the area, it doesn't hurt, right? Go down, stick your nose in, see what's happening, see if it makes sense to you, see what the price points is, see how the bidding goes, all of those things. I highly recommend it if you're from the area. If you're not from the area, no worries. We've played in a whole lot of tax sale auctions, and I've never been to one. In fact, I've been to one. But I bought a lot from tax sale auctions, and you don't need to be there. After COVID, pretty much every county in America that holds a tax sale auction, if you're unaware, each county does something, whether that's tax lien auction, whether that's tax deed auction, or whether that's what they have called a redemption sale. Those are the three categories that a tax sale auction or a tax sale county period breaks down into: tax deed, tax liens. Yeah, I got you. You see how ignorant people is? I shouldn't have let you in. This brother person come on here to say, shut your fuck ass up, little nigga. Why don't you show yourself and say that, first of all, you disrespectful bastard. Goodbye. Sorry, y'all. You see what I'm saying? Why I ask people to show themselves? You wasted all your time and energy to come on this call to do that. Anyway, so tax sale auctions, they're broken down into those three categories. And once you're on those, once you learn about those categories, then we start to see which are the most profitable ones, right? So when it comes to tax liens, anybody familiar with what a tax lien is? Anybody? If you're not, no worries. This is not the place that we're frowning down on your knowledge base of the industry. That's why we're here. Anybody familiar with what a tax lien is?
Nope.
Okay, I got one. So let's start there. Let's break down what a tax lien is, what a tax lien auction is. Tax lien is when you don't pay your taxes on the property, whether that's a home site or whether that's a piece of land. Certain states, it's broken down into states. Certain states only do tax lien auctions. Certain states only do tax deed auctions. Certain states do both. We call those dual states. They start as a tax lien and they turn into they have a redemption period in the middle. Then it turns into a tax deed.
Okay.
Let me block this. Remove. All right. Then it turns into a tax deed. Which states are most profitable? They all are profitable, right? This is what they don't want you to know, because what happens is with the tax lien game, who plays the tax lien game? Experienced investors that have big pockets. Why do they play the tax lien game? It's because, listen to this, or ponder this. If a property or a house was lost for 200,000 and they picked it up for 200,000, and when it comes to tax liens, you're able to, they'll pay you a portion or a percentage for being the first lien holder, right? Those liens can range anywhere from 8% all the way up to 30%. So this is why the big boys play that game, because if they know that they can get anywhere between 8% and 30% on top of their 200,000, they call it mailbox money, and it comes systematically and on time. We don't recommend that new people play that game, because most new people, we don't have $200,000 cash just sitting at our disposal to participate in that game. So we recommend that you play the tax deed game. The difference between the tax deed game is if you win the bid, you become the owner of the deed. Once you have the deed, you can do whatever you want to do with the deed. All right? Meaning that you can sell it, meaning that you can utilize the property, you can do whatever you want to do once you become the deed holder. If you just came on a Zoom, please put your cameras on so we can know who's coming on to the call. If not, we won't ask twice. We're going to boot you off for the call. Oh, you're an ignorant bastard. He changed his name up, y'all. You know what? You stay here. I'm going to let him stay here. I'm going to let him stay here. And you can comment all you want to. Now, back to tax deeds. This is why we play that game, right? And you know the person that's on this call, I promise you what color they are, right? And this is what they don't want you to know about. They don't want you to know about this game, all right? So now you have to know which auctions are the best auctions to play at. So this is what we teach. This is what we've been teaching. We've been highly profitable at playing in this game. We've been highly profitable at playing in this field. So those are the things that we want to start with. That's why we call it entry-level investing, because new people that have regular jobs, we had regular jobs when we stumbled into this world, and we were very smart and strategic with our money when we stumbled into this world. We were working on 9-to-5s, and when we came off of those jobs, we would simply go and then we would invest. One sec. Let me just get someone out of here. One second, y'all. Hey, she on the call? One second, y'all.
Yes, I'm moving it.
Yeah, please. Thank you, brother. All right. Now I have a team member, so I don't have to remove or do things like that, or even give attention to that. Now, let me jump off of the live, because I know that where this is coming from. And stream.